Part 12, The Test of Job, The Cry of a Blameless Heart, based on Job 29:31. The sun is setting over the ashes where Job still sits. The air is quiet, his friends have no more words. Job lifts his eyes toward the fading light. After all the storms of speech, silence fell, and in that silence, Job began to remember the days when life had been full and bright. Job softly, like speaking to himself. Oh, that I were as in months past, as in the days when God watched over me, when his lamp shone upon my head, and by his light I walked through darkness. His eyes glimmer with tears as he looks to the horizon. Job, nostalgic. When I sat in the gate, the young men stepped aside. The aged rose and stood in respect. The poor blessed me, the orphan's heart sang for joy. He smiles faintly, remembering his old life. Job, I clothed myself with righteousness, and justice was my robe and my crown. I was eyes to the blind, feet to the lame, a father to the needy. The smile fades. He lowers his head. Job, sadly. But now they mock me, those who are younger than I, whose fathers I would have refused to set with my sheepdogs. He shivers in the cold wind. Job, my skin clings to my bones. My harp has turned to mourning, and my flute to the sound of those who weep. He falls to his knees, his voice cracking with grief but full of truth. Job, pleading. I made a covenant with my eyes, never to look upon a woman with lust. If my steps have turned from the way, or if my heart has followed deceit, let me be weighed in a just balance that God may know my integrity. He presses his hand to his chest. Job, sincerely. If I have despised the cause of my servants, if I have withheld bread from the poor, if I have trusted in gold, or rejoiced in my wealth, then let my harvest be uprooted. His voice rises, a mixture of anguish and bold honesty. Job, does not God see my ways? Does he not count my every step? Oh, that I had one to hear me. He looks upward. His voice breaks into a cry. Job, crying out, here is my signature. Let the Almighty answer me. Let my accuser write his charge. I would wear it upon my shoulder. He falls forward exhausted, his voice soft but unbroken. Job whispering, I have not hidden my sin as men do. I have not feared the crowd. I have walked in truth before God. And if I am found guilty, then let the ground cry out against me. The world grows still. Only the wind moves through the ruins. The sun fades behind the hills, leaving Job kneeling in the twilight. So Job's final defense was spoken. He had poured out his heart, every memory, every wound, every plea. And heaven listened. In the silence that followed, the earth held its breath. For soon the voice of the Almighty would answer from the whirlwind.